I don't care whether you've done video sex or real sex with somebody, unless it's already like ahead of time spoken about that, like, and agreed upon that, like, this is just, you know, I'm being your porn star. Um, no, I'm sorry, but that's sacred and intimate and very personal. Like, you've entered that sex dynamic, if you will. You've entered that by doing that act. So it does no good to just send some sort of like courtesy text the next day and feel like a good guy. You know, like, oh, I did my part. I sent a little hi, you know? No, if you're going out and having a date with another woman, like 3 days later, and oh, you can't ask me any questions about this. No, I'm sorry. Like, you, if you ask me any more questions, I'm just cutting you off. Like, you don't get to talk to me anymore. Sorry, bye. That's not only like rude, like that's arrogant, that's conceited, it's just fucking not okay. Like, you just don't do that. Um, like, you've already entered that sex dynamic with somebody else and you're going out to dinner. You're taking out another woman out to dinner on your Sunday evening dressed to impress, and like, what the fuck? Like, and you can't answer any questions about it. Someone who tells the truth isn't bothered by questions, but a liar is bothered by them. If you can't answer any questions about it, that's even more of a bad indicator. Like, it would have been fine if you could have said, like, whatever the fucking story is, like, honest story. Yeah, sure. I met up with, like, when we were broken up back in January, like, I met up with a real estate agent who lives locally. We had dinner, but had I been questioned about it, I'd have been like, yeah, like, I'm just trying to start the momentum on, like, getting out there, meeting people. He lives locally, like, he's mutual, like, we have mutual friends. Um, yeah, maybe I was sort of curious, if, like, but quite honestly, like, we didn't really talk about that much interesting stuff, and, like, it was all right, but, like, we didn't vibe, like, there wasn't that thing. And like, we don't talk every day, we don't, like, there's nothing like that at all. It was just like, we met up, like, I don't know, I guess, since then we've messaged a few times. um there was one other guy that I met up with that's local, that is another mutual friend that is, like, way too old for me. And, like, honestly, like, we met up for dinner, and, like, um we talked about business stuff the whole time. Not in the slightest bit. I wasn't it For me, it wasn't a thing like that, but he might have considered it a date. Like, he talked his ear off to me the whole time, and I really just, you know and then, he came on too strong. um Even when, like, I wasn't interested at all in, like, that at all. But, like, I don't have a problem talking about that, but at the same time, like, that was at like right after you, like, or he broken it off with me, and I was, like, just trying to get out, and, like, just trying to, like, stop being so depressed about it. So, like, but if I was questioned about it, I wouldn't have had a problem talking about it. I wouldn't have been like, yeah, like, if you want to talk to me again, you won't ask me any more questions. Like, leave it. Really? Especially after, like, expressing interest again? Like, sorry. I'm so sorry, but no. Like, you've already entered that dynamic, so it's sort of like, mm, yeah, like, you're like, oh, what? I said hi to you the next day, like, whatever, like, who cares? no. Sort of like, well, once you've done that, like, you owe a bit more honesty and openness and forthrightness and like transparency than that. Not cool.